I'd like to thank all my teachers all throughout Berry Tech and my advisors, whether it was Mr. Ayanati, Mrs. Amatuli, my actual class instructor, who was Mrs. Lambert. I'd like to thank all my teachers and all the advisors for their support throughout my education process, all the help I've gotten from entering Berry Tech to becoming a Skills USA president to developing into a president at state level, and credit my all my success really to my guidance counselor, who pointed me in the direction to join and get involved at a career tech education center.
Well, I first of all have to thank my husband, Jeffrey Bass. If he weren't a lawyer, then I wouldn't be able to volunteer. So his support, because he's working, then I could be a volunteer. And so I first want to salute my husband, my children for their ideas and help, and then of course all the board members who work with me in all my organizations and all the people who have donated. I also want to say, when I started the Education Foundation, my children were out of school, they were out of college. So that's one thing I forgot to say about the Education Foundation, that it unites many generations of people. So we have board members in their 70s and board members in their 30s. And it's terrific.
I would like to thank my wife Mary for giving me all the support over the years. Also my daughters, who are incredibly strong. They came from Russia. They were in an orphanage in Russia, and they came here at the age of 12 and 11, and they're just incredibly strong, and I don't know how they did it, but so they inspire me also. I'd like to thank my friend Lonnie Carr for helping me out at the Common Road School, and Arlene Reed, who developed the Rebound program with me. She did a lot of work for the program, and she retired and want her to know the program as well, and thanks to her it's still going strong. Chris Olicino and his family, who I mentioned from the Common Road School. Maria Bellucci, who I mentioned earlier, she came to the Rebound program, and the first year she was the first person outside, and so once she came into the program, we knew that BOCES had hired somebody strictly for us, and we knew we were on our way. I'd like to thank my principal, Jervy Edwards, and Rich Martinez, who's the assistant principal. And just want everybody to know we have a wonderful program at 111 Caniac Rock Road. It's called Career Preparatory High School. And under the leadership of Mr. Edwards, Ms. Martinez, it's a wonderful program. It provides a safe haven, a great learning environment for children. And I encourage all districts to please consider our school. Most of you do, but I would love that. It's a wonderful school. I'd like to thank Teresa Schaefer and everyone at the Nassau BOCES Education Foundation. And also this is such a hard thing. I wish I can just thank every teacher that I worked with, every coach, every umpire that, call me up and they still keep in contact. All the teachers that I worked with over the years, and every single child, thousands of children, whether, at Common Road, at Career Prep, and the 2 private schools I worked at, all the children I came across and worked with at Kennedy High School and at Mepham High School. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Rachel Wilkins and Randy Moore for coming in every year and saying, hey, I think I have a student that I might have for you.
I would like to thank both my administration and colleagues for joining me in the effort to ensure that our students and families are safe and well educated and get the education that they deserve. And of course, my family for supporting me and my husband and all of my friends. They've helped me become who I am today.
There's many, I owe a deep debt of gratitude to many people, including, first of all, my wife of many years, my family, my business associates, company staff, etc. My alma mater, Kings Point. I also, working in the STEM Hub with the various people at the STEM Hub, as well as also my co-chair, Nada Anid, who is the chair of engineering up at NYIT on the Regional Industry Council. But first and foremost, and most importantly, I give thanks to God for my many blessings, without whose divine grace and providence I would have accomplished nothing.
Definitely my parents and for always, pushing me and teaching me that school is important, and to always help others as well as yourself, because helping others is just as important.
Well, I certainly do. You would not be able to have a position of leadership anywhere without a supportive Board of Education. And I would say I've worked over the years with many, many, many great board members. My Malvern board is superior. They're just fantastic. They're supportive. They're understanding. They'll do anything to make a difference in the lives of children. And it makes it a pleasure to work there. That being said, I would say administrative team, absolutely, you cannot do anything without a great administrative leadership team, and one that believes that they can do more than what they possibly thought they could do the year before. So that team has been priceless. Everybody pulls their weight, everybody pitches in, nobody blames anyone. We just push on until we get it right. And lastly, my family. I have children, grandchildren. I have a wonderful wife who is also a superintendent, Dr. Anna Hunderfund, Locust Valley. She is fantastic. She's my partner. She's my one true love, and she keeps me going. Every time I get a little discouraged and I get to that place where maybe I should retire, she gives me a good kick and says, yeah, not on my life, and certainly not on yours.
We would definitely like to thank Nassau BOCES for almost 20 years of partnership, and also I think Nassau BOCES recognizing that the need exists for homeless children and youth to have the support to make their future a reality.
I would like to thank the Educational Partnership Committee for their recognition of the work that we do. I would also like to thank those members of the IPASS hiring committee that convinced me some 9 years ago that Nassau BOCES was the place to come to in order to make a difference in the lives of struggling and displaced students. They were right. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank our district partners who work with us that have worked with us for so many years, many of who are here tonight. You are the true champions. The growth and success that we have had in specialized schools is due to your willingness to trust me and my team to help you to find the best ways to serve your communities. And thank you for that. And thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support.
First and foremost, my family, to allow me to work from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. The network of agencies that have answered my calls at 5 a.m., 12 a.m. when it comes down to whether or not a parent needs help on the Committee of Special Education, whether or not there is a resource that's necessary. And then I'd like to thank Lucinda Hurley for just thinking of me.
Who I am is because of the people around me. The people that I work with on a day-to-day basis, the teachers and support staff, and that allow Willard Avenue to do the things that they do, from the administrators to the clerical to everybody in the building. It's just a remarkable place to work, and a lot of fun. Central office certainly has allowed that to happen, and has supported us in our efforts. You know, along the path that I've had in education, there have been lots of people that have allowed me to be successful. So I guess because of that, and because of them, I've been able to move along. At its core, I guess, is my family. My daughter's an educator. You know, both my kids have been successful. My son has moved out of the house recently and is on his way to a career in actuarial science. But my family have always been supportive, from the late nights to the early mornings. It's been an amazing journey.
I would like to thank Miss Ali Perry. She's my guidance counselor. She's always been giving me support every step of the way. She's been always there when I wanted to join Natural Helpers. She supported me when I wanted to apply for college. She supported me, and she's always giving me good advice. And I have to say I'm really thankful for that.